In 1982, Petty McClellan took her daughter to a pediatric clinic in Kerrville, Texas. Doctors told her that her 15-month-old daughter needed a routine shot. But while Petty held Chelsea in her arms, the clinic's nurse, Genene Jones, injected something else. Doctors resuscitated baby Chelsea, rushing her from the clinic to a nearby hospital. But Genene Jones wasn't finished. Somehow, within all the chaos to save Chelsea, Jones slipped into the ambulance and gave the little girl a third and final injection of a powerful muscle relaxer. By now, Chelsea McClellan had enough drugs in her system to sedate 6 grown men. Her heart stopped. The case was a slam dunk for prosecutors.
The verdict of 99 years was returned in 1 hour. Jones was then rushed from the courthouse under heavy guard.
While the district attorney suspected Jones of other murders, he felt they just didn't have enough evidence and pointed to the lengthy prison sentence as a form of justice for those families. But Genene Jones' sentence came under an old Texas law meant to curb prison overcrowding, giving inmates credit for good behavior. As a result, Genene Jones is set to walk free in less than 5 years. 5 months ago, we promised Patty McClellan that we would never stop digging to uncover the truth. When we first interviewed her, she felt like a lone crusader for justice. But because of our reporting, families of other children who died on Genene Jones' watch have come forward. We have also found nurses who worked with Genene Jones. They told us they tried to stop this killer nurse, but they couldn't. So now, 3 decades later, because of guilt and a lot of regret, they are speaking out with the hope of keeping Genene Jones behind bars for good. Genene Jones was found guilty of killing 1 baby. But Raising America's investigation led to these medical records obtained from a hospital in San Antonio. On this page, the names of dozens of babies who died on Genene Jones' watch in the pediatric ICU. Sherry Pendergraph was a nurse who worked alongside Jones in the early 1980s.
The death rate was higher than it had been in previous months and previous years as I went back. And I also noticed that it tended to concentrate more on the 3 to 11 shift, which was the shift that Genene was working.
Joyce Riley was another RN who came to us. 3 decades ago, it was her job to audit the records at Bexar County Medical Center in San Antonio. Riley was convinced that Jones was drugging babies. She spoke to Raising America exclusively.
You don't look for what you don't want to find. And I believe that the hospital had an inkling all along of what was going on. For the sake of a wrongful termination suit or the threat of that, they literally allowed babies to die.
Getting another conviction against Genene Jones will not be easy. We tried to track down the main players, but the dean of the hospital at that time is now deceased. So is the director of nursing and Jones' direct supervisor, the head pediatric nurse. But Petty McClellan continues to fight. She put out this challenge on Raising America.
Any of those moms or those families in San Antonio that, they don't understand what happened to their child, we're reaching out to them because those babies need justice too.
Well, a woman by the name of Marina Rodriguez was listening and answered Petty's call.
I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that that lady murdered my child.
Marina's son, Feliciano, was just 5 months old when he went to the hospital for a routine shot. Genene Jones was the nurse who gave it to him. Feliciano never made it home.
At that precise moment when the nightmare spiraled, of course you don't know that your child is being murdered by someone who is supposed to be an angel of life, to give life, not take it. And, you know, I was 15 years old at the time, but I was a mommy. And I knew that, you know, something wasn't right.
And attorney Tom Stolhansky says he has the evidence to prove it.
There was a determination made that there were eight provable causes of direct Genene Jones involvement.
Stolhansky was the civil attorney who filed a malpractice claim against Bexar County Medical Center, reaching settlements with more than 20 families who lost children when Jones was on duty.
I don't think Genene Jones should ever be released from prison. It was very, very obvious and proven that she was the cause of many infants' deaths. I think that she'll repeat again if she gets out and gets a chance.
Genene Jones has always maintained her innocence, and we've made numerous calls to the prison requesting an interview. Prison officials told us because of her medical condition, they could not grant us an interview.